The stage is set for Africa Mayibuye concert at the Joburg Theatre, a celebration of 30 years of democracy. The lineup boasts the likes of Ringo Madlingozi, Sipho Hotstix Mabuse, Mahotella Queens, Simphiwe Dana, Siphokazi, and many others. To discuss this, I'm joined by jazz musician Billy Monama. Billy, welcome. To Newzroom Afrika.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's good to be here, again. And thank you so much for always supporting what we do.
A bit of background to both the concept, but also the history of this initiative.
Yes, Mayibuye Africa, it is an existing concept that, has been alive for over decades, It was a word for contestation, Miriam Makeba in 1959, when she left the country, she left with a project called Come Back Africa. That was a film, she was invited in Venice for that film. It's called Mayibuye Africa, Come Back Africa. In London, there was Mayibuye Africa as well, a camp of South Africans who were in exiles. And in Khalishiwe, in the Northern Cape, there was Mayibuye Uprising. So it has been existing over the years. And when I was doing a research, I came across very significant events from Tanzania. There were musicians who were in Tanzania, in exile in Tanzania, who were executed by Fervurt in 1964. The Vuyo Mvoko, Wilson Kayinga, and so many others. And when I read further, when I researched further, then I realized they were at the treason trial, and this was linked with the Nelson Mandela. They went there, and then they went with what? With Operation Mayibuye. I'm like, this Mayibuye thing, where we are sitting right now, as musicians, we need to conscientize the people because we have lost the sense of humanity in a society, and musicians are the mouthpiece of the society. So this is why this project, yeah.
The choice of musicians who are part of this lineup.
I had to choose conscious musicians. As you know, Simphiwe Dana has a song called On Bantu Biko Street. You listen to her music, it speaks about the social, problems of the society. And we have Hotstix Mabuse. Hotstix Mabuse was one of the musicians who was a mouthpiece of the people during the struggle. Mahotella Queens, that group was formed in 1964. So they've been there telling the story, encouraging, they kept the people dancing through the difficult times of South Africa. And then we have Siphokazi, she has songs that speak about, gender, violence and so forth, those songs. So now each of them, they will be doing a tribute to the stalwart artist, So Siphokazi, she will be doing Letambuli and the beginning career of Miriam. So now that is the Miriam Makeba and the Skylarks. And then Simphiwe, she does the Miriam Makeba, and then, Ringo does like Dube, so it's going to be same music for both nights.
Mm-hmm. How easy, difficult was it to both bring this musician?
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy, but because these are my fellow musicians whom I've worked with over the years, and they've known me.
They don't come cheap.
Yeah, coming cheap, yeah, that one, yes. They did kind of understood, even from the budget kind of point of view, that, hey guys, please just be lenient with me in terms of their remunerations. And I'm like, hey, my God, I'm doing 1, 2, 3. Will you be kind? Will you be kind to me to be on the stage? And they agreed, And Hotstix Mabuse, I worked with him for many years, for decades. And last year he was part of the project. So now this project, the first installment, it was last year in September. At the Market Theatre, and we sold out the venue. The venue is like about 400 capacity. So now this year we decided to take it to the 1,300 capacity. So we're expecting 1,300 people for 2 nights, 24 and 25.
You yourself, of course, will be playing as well? With who and what are you going to focus on?
We're going to focus on so now the show, it consists of four generation presentation. So now the first segment of the show, the first half, the first segment, it consists of the choral music of the composers from the 1800s, from the Enoch Sontongas, the contributors of what today it is in Nkosi Sikelel. Because the reason is why there's a sort of segment of the national anthem. It says, Morena boloka sechava sa heso. And then here we are killing each other. We are demonstrating violence. We are doing the opposite of what the national anthem. It means people, they don't respect it. That is why Mayibuye is all about. So we have that a tribute, and then we have the second generation of the Vuyo Mvoko, all those composers that today they have composed freedom songs. And then the third generation is the generation that left in the 60s, the Hugh So after Sharpeville, many musicians, they left. Abdullah, Hugh Masekela, Keifas, and so forth. So now that is the group that left South Africa. And then there was a group that stayed home. They never left, the Hotstix Mabuse. That is the fourth generation. So the presentation is in, categorically so.
And for how long is the show going to go for?
2 hours and 30 minutes.
And you're going to fit all of that in?
Yeah, 2 hours, 30 minutes, and is 18 piece. And also I've invited, because we're celebrating Africa Month, I've invited Femi Koya. He's from Nigeria. He's going to be paying tribute to Fela Kuti, because Fela Kuti, you must understand, he worked with these musicians, the Jews and the Miriams and so forth, in exile. So now we want these Africans so that we can do what is called Africa Unite. More than anything, the primary objective of this project, it is for social cohesion, more than anything, because if we look today, we need to speak about reviving the consciousness amongst ourselves, because people are killing each other. Tickets are available right now. They're still available at web tickets and also at Pick and Pay for those who like the internet and hifuni, so they can go to Joburg Theatre and purchase the tickets. They're from 250 to 550.